Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you a Chaos Sorcerer deck. I'm gonna try to explain this again because first of all, if you came to the premiere and you expected to watch the video and then it got cut off, I'm so sorry. My microphone didn't record any audio and I felt miserably, so I'm gonna try to do this again. So we're running a Chaos Sorcerer deck using elementsabers. I feel like in the last elementsaber video I didn't do the deck justice because there was a lot of Silent Magician engine. It was mostly, you know, an invoker deck. So I wanted to make the archetype shine on its own, and that's why we're revisiting. But this time we have the boy Chaos Sorcerer in here as a boss monster. So cannot be normal summon and set. Must first be special summon from your hand by banishing one light and one dark monster from your graveyard. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster in the field, banish that target. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. So I'm still running Alistair, the Invoker, and one invocation because it just works too well together with elementsabers to not run them. Unfortunately, there's 28 packs left, and I still don't have my second Molehu. He's literally the last ultra rare left, which really sucks. But we're running him at 1. We have 3 elementsaber lap. This can negate a spell trap if you send an elementsaber monster from your hand. Nalu, what does she do actually? Target one elementsaber or element lore monster in your graveyard except add it to your hand. Okay, so this guy adds from the grave, this one special summons from the grave, and this one searches from your deck, right? Yes. I'm running 3 Palace of the Elemental Lords. I got my 3rd field spell, so now the deck can run more as an elementsaber deck. You want to open with this card as much as possible. 2 enemy controllers. I needed a staple in the deck, and I'm running Kaiba so I can unlock the beatdown skill that I haven't been able to get as a drop skill. So we're running alternative evolution. I thought, hey, maybe if I econ take a Blue Eyes, I can make him an alternative Blue Eyes and keep him for myself. And then we still have the 3 elemental training, same extra deck, 2 Magellanica, 2 Cocytus, and 2 Caliga. And yeah, let's just jump right into the replays, get this video back uploaded, and hopefully you guys are able to watch it. That was such an epic failure. I never do premieres, and the one day I'm like, hey, do a premiere so you can let them know that the stream is gonna start later today, because normally I start streaming probably by the time this video comes out, but I'm gonna start like 2 hours later than that because I got some things to do besides re-recording this video. So we're going first. We're gonna summon Invoker, activate add invocation from our deck, and set our training. Training is gonna send Alistair to the graveyard, and now we have a spell or trap negation. He doesn't do anything, so we're gonna try to float him again. This time, unfortunately, he does Floodgate or Molehu, but that's fine because we can still tribute it even if it's face down. And we're getting a lap back on the field so we can take care of the back row. Lap is going to turn into a water monster so I can fuse with it with my Alistair. Now we have invoked Cocytus. Because we want to start attacking, I don't know what my boy is playing. I know he's got Dragonic Fusion, but I don't want to just sit here and give him 5-headed dragon, So we're going to attack. He's going to tribute for Photon Wyvern, destroys all set cards I control. So I'm going to econ take here. He's going to try to econ take him back, but I can tribute him and special summon another elementsaber from my deck before he does that. And now we can go for game. We're gonna activate Aina to special summon Lap. Lap can negate whatever that spell or trap is, and we can boost or Cocytus by 3000 attack. So he realizes that's game pretty much, and we get this swift scoop. And obviously this is my second time recording this, so the replays are a little bit more fresh in my mind. At the end of last video, I realized that I don't use Chaos Sorcerer a whole lot, but I'm showing a lot of the elementsaber that I wasn't able to show in the last video. So, Chaos Sorcerer is just a spicy tech in the deck, and you will see him in the last replay come in pretty clutch. Once again, we're gonna summon Invoker, get Invocation, and just set our training. Immediately, we're going to put a lap on the field so we can negate any spell or trap. He sets a monster. Alright, now we're gonna try to go for game here. I make a couple of mistakes here when trying to get game. When I activate our trap, now we have a Earth in the graveyard, or I make him an Earth. So we can summon Magilanica. I should have kept more monsters in the graveyard and just attack with the Magilanica, because I'm getting 200 boost per different attribute right here. So I'm like, alright, maybe we can get game. I'm gonna add the Alistair back. Go for the attack. Unfortunately, we can't get over the what is the Skipper of the Shrine. Activate element training again. It's gonna set a monster. Set another monster. Just kind of waiting it out here, letting him do the first move. There's no point in me attacking into a White Stone of Ancients if I can't win. So he finally tributes both to summon Dragon Spirit of White, so my trap is gonna get banished. We're gonna activate our Molehu so we can flip him face down. Second Dragon Spirit of White is going to banish my field spell, which is unfortunate, but we do have a backup for it, so it's actually not that bad. And then he also gets a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now we're gonna top deck Alistair, which is gonna give us game. Activate the Palace. Flip this guy face down just to put another element in the graveyard and boost my attack up. So now we're looking at 3600. I have double Alistair, so I'm gonna add a Dark to the graveyard, boosting him another 200 plus the 2000 from both Alistairs. So we got a 5800 beater, 2800 damage over the Blue Eyes. Nice and easy win right there. That was Chess, Kaiba, then we have another Kaiba. This was a mirror match, and I saved this replay. It's kind of anticlimactic at the end because of my opponent, but it was still an interesting mirror match. So we're going first. We're gonna activate Palace, search for Lap. We're not going to be able to attack the following turn, but we get to set up a spell negation, so I'm okay with that. He goes for the attack. I'm going to try to econ take here and then activate my elemental training. He realizes what I'm going for and switches his own Molehu into defense position. And now during my draw phase, he can set up his own spell trap negation, so we're going to go ahead and flip our elemental training right away. That way it cannot be negated. Summon Aina. Aina is going to activate to special summon the Lap. When I send the Lap to the graveyard, to special summon the boy Molehu. And I couldn't attack, unfortunately, so I just have to, you know, set my Canadia and my spell trap negation. Meanwhile, my opponent is doing a different approach. He's going to be making all his element sabers fire in the graveyard, so he can summon a Pyro Rex. Prismatic, mind you. On the Pyro Rex summon, he's gonna target my Molehu to get destroyed. So I'm gonna activate Molehu, switch him to the face down defense position, and tribute the Molehu with training to get another Aina on the board. He's gonna get a Lap again, so there's really no point. He keeps trying to negate my spell or traps, which is what you're supposed to be doing. But I don't have my Alistair, so I don't have to worry about that. Here he's gonna go for Chaos Sorcerer. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my Molehu. Put this guy back in defense position because he's gonna have to use this to banish, and if he banishes, he can't attack anymore. This is where I still think I had the upper hand, even though he has two big boys on the board. And unfortunately for him, this was a high level, you know, high thought game, so when he's trying to change the elements of his monster, he runs out of time and I get the win. Not the most spicy end of the match, but you know, I wanted to show that because this is one of those decks where, because you play a lot during your opponent's turn, your time is constantly be going down and you might run out of time if you don't think of your plays fast enough. Okay, we're blazing through this video, so hopefully it can be up pretty soon. And then, you know, we'll try the premiere again, so you guys can roast me for not doing the other video correctly. Alright, we're gonna search Molehu, summon him and the Econ. Magician's Rod is gonna search navigation, set up a 3 back row. So immediately we're gonna summon the Lap. Now we can negate a trap or a spell. I figured I should have. My first thought was, okay, maybe negate the navigation, but at the same time, I was like, what if he has multiple navigation? I'd rather negate his Dark Magician's Search, and you know, just have him break for the next turn, hopefully. So we're gonna negate the Illusion Magic. We can't attack because we search on the first turn for or Molehu, but I still have another negation with my Aina in the hand, and I can send something with the field spell to flip a monster face down. But look at what this guy top decks. He top decks Dark Magician. I tried to negate the Magician's Navigation. Unfortunately for me, he has a second one. Must be nice. So he's gonna be able to summon both Dark Magicians. It's gonna activate Dark Magic Attack. We're gonna use the enemy controller to flip one of the Dark Magicians to face down defense position. Activate Molehu and flip the other one face down. I'm gonna activate my Palace. I wanted to bait the Magician's Navigation because he has 2 of them, so we're gonna get rid of them from the graveyard. There's no point in going for an Invoker because he can just negate my my spell, and then I don't have a second one. So if my spell hits the grave without my boy being banished, there's nothing I can do to get it back. So we're gonna have to play around that. He's gonna negate my field spell, but my field spell is gonna be active during his turn, so we'll still be able to negate something or flip a monster face down. Chaos Form is going to summon the guy. I could have tried to negate that, but I was like, nah, let's wait. He's gonna activate Magician's Navigation to trigger his Magician of Chaos. But if you change something that is not a spell or a trap, in this case we're changing a monster effect, he can no longer activate his destruction effect. And because we're doing this in a chain, my Palace is not negated yet. So I'm gonna be able to send something from the graveyard to flip him face down. And now he's lost both of his Magician Navigation. So even though he destroys this guy, I think he should have gone for Lap, because you know I can still negate spell and traps. And I don't really need to put anything face down because we're gonna summon Invocation. We're gonna activate Invocation, summon Cocytus. Dark Magician has a really hard time dealing with Cocytus, especially when he's this buffed. Look at him, 2600 attack. We're gonna get rid of the Ritual Monster. He's gonna top deck part of the Guardians. We can easily negate that with Lap, and we get the scoop. Good game. See, now you're getting to see some actual elementsaber plays. I think this deck is really fun, man. I can't wait till I get my second Molehu and I can try, you know, a bunch of different builds. Right now it's really a struggle just having one, because you know you can reuse the one that you have, but not being able to summon him from the deck with the trap, it's really sucks. I will have an Ancient Gear Wyvern, adding Ancient Gear Fortress, and time to showcase the boy, the poster boy for this video, with an easy OTK. We're not even going to use the enemy controller. I'm going to activate Alistair, search Invocation. Activate Invocation, banish the Alistair, and send Aina to the graveyard. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we had a Dark and Light monster in the graveyard so we could summon our Chaos Sorcerer? Well, with Elementsabers, you can easily do that. Invocation is going to add my Alistair back to the hand. So even though I have a second one, this guy doesn't matter. This enemy controller does not matter. We're going to activate Aina's effect, turn it into a light, activate Invoker's effect to send them from the hand to the graveyard, boost or Magellanica by 1000. But more importantly, we're putting a dark in the grave. So now I can banish both of them. Summon my Chaos Sorcerer in defense position in case that's a Drowning Mirror Force. Get rid of the Ancient Gear Wyvern, hit him for 4000 exactly. Easy OTK. There you go. Chaos Sorcerer deck. No, but I mean, Chaos Sorcerer is one of those, especially because I only have one copy. It's just gonna be a spicy tech in a different deck. It works really well in Elementsabers, and like I said, I can't wait to get more Molehu so I can try them with, you know, the Elemental Lords and stuff like that. Right now, I feel like I need to back them up with Invoker because yeah, he's definitely the best element saber in the deck, so definitely need more copies of him. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you came for the second premiere, I really appreciate it. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want, and until next time.